You could get a $10,000 lump sum of hazard pay under a second stimulus package, but are you an essential worker? Hey everybody, this is LALATE with a second stimulus check and stimulus package update for today. This is our second of 5 second stimulus check updates. This one's about hazard pay and essential workers. And for the first time ever, we are going to actually give you the definition and categories so you know if you are an essential worker and qualify for hazard pay. This was the overriding question we got from viewers overnight. We have 4 other second stimulus check videos today. Earlier today, we did the check itself, SSDI, SSI, and Social Security benefits as well. We're coming up later today with a PUA video, which is very important. I'm going to go state by state, which explains which states have extensions. And finally, rental assistance. I'm actually going to go state by state as to which states have moratoriums against evictions. We're doing a lot of great detail today, so please stay with me. Later today is EIDL as well. So let's get right to this video. A lot of viewers have been asking me, am I an essential worker? Am I an essential worker? And ultimately, I have been saying, hey, I don't have the document in front of me. Let me pull the document. Well, I pulled the document. Here you go. No one is really going into detail like this, unlike me. And I'm really going to get into the minutia and give you all your answers right away. So pull out a pen and paper, and here we go. Essential workers is defined under the HEROES Act. The HEROES Act was that bill passed by the House, which is currently in the Senate. It proposes to give $10,000 right in your pocket if you made a certain number of, if you worked a certain number of hours of both normal hours and overtime. I got that question all the time. Does overtime get included? Yes, it does. It's a $13 supplement. How it works and how it's calculated, I did in yesterday's video. But ultimately, if you qualify and have worked enough hours of hazard pay since January, you could be getting a lump sum check of $10,000. It's a bill that's likely to get approved because I'm telling you, it's coming from both Republicans and Democrats. Before I get to the calculation of essential workers, I want to go over one thing for you, which I don't think anyone has really talked about it. The HEROES Act is one of many bills that proposes to give you hazard pay. There is also the Romney plan, which is called the Patriot Pay, and it was just introduced this last Friday. It's, again, another new bill. What's different from this one is that it encourages the employer to give you the money. I mean, you and I have both been discussing this back and forth in the comments that we don't like that under the HEROES Act, the employer may apply for the hazard pay, but doesn't have to. And ultimately, I've been saying, hey, the employer may not do it. You know why? Because it costs them money to do all this accounting. They're not being compensated to do all this back accounting and all this back bookkeeping. Well, the Romney plan understands that and actually gives them money to do it and requires them to give you hazard pay. Isn't that great? I mean, Mitt Romney is, he has a background in finance, so he understands numbers as I do. And so he understands you can't just have people do things voluntarily and think that they're going to do it for free, especially when it's going to cost them money. So the way he phrases it, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here, but he gives them a payroll deduction, the employer, that they then get rebated back to them from the federal government. So there's both a requirement for you to get the hazard pay and a sort of like a refund or a rebate to the employer to get you the hazard pay. It's great. It really, really is wonderful. I mean, he really understands what the issue is. But let's get to what this video is about, which is who is essential workers. So how do I know it? Here we go. It is pages 1534 to 1547 of the HEROES Act. It actually defines line by line who is an essential worker. Now, before I go through this, what you need to know, and you know what I'm about to say, is that ultimately, I don't care what your county says is an essential worker. I don't care what a federal guideline says is an essential worker. The HEROES Act actually says, you know what? We are going to define it in the bill, and it's likely that this language will survive. So who is an essential worker? So it is anyone who performed during the period that begins on January 27th and ends 60 days after the pandemic is over. And what are the types of essential workers that are covered? All right, let's get to it. In-person interactions with patients and the public, regular physical handling of items that were handled by patients of the public or co-workers that are performing the work, or any of the following areas. Boy. All right. First responders covered. Childcare covered. Emergency medical covered. Healthcare workers covered. Inpatient rehab covered. Healthcare outpatient covered. Emergency room covered. Pharmacies covered. Drugstores. Pharmacy work physically performed in pharmacies, drugstores. Any work performed in a medical testing or diagnosis. Home and community-based work, including home health care, residential care, and assisted living. I got that in a lot of questions. There you go. Personal care aides, job coaches, supported employment providers, biomedical research, behavioral health, mental health, nursing care, residential care, family care, child care services. I got that a lot in the comments. In-home child care services, care services provided to a family member, by family members to other family members. Wow, did you see that? Let me go over that. I'm doing a cold reading. As you know, I always do cold readings, and I'm reading this as you're hearing as well. Family care, including provided by family members to other family members. Okay, so how do they apply for hazard pay? This is incredible. Social services work, casework, child care services, housing services, public health, state, local, and tribunal, surveillance, contact tracing, tribal work. Okay, so I got this question a lot. So all my grocery and supermarket people, listen up. Here we go. Grocery work performed at grocery stores, supermarkets, convenience stores, drug stores, retail facilities specializing in medical goods and supplies, bodegas. So that was basically anything done in the facility itself. So I had some questions about deliveries of the grocery. Here it actually says physically performed at the store. So I don't know. Let's see what happens later in the definition. So grocery workers, everything in the grocery store, absolutely. Restaurant people. Okay, here come my restaurant people. Listen up. Here's your section. Restaurant work, including carry out, drive-through, or food delivery, requiring physical interaction with individuals or food products. Wow. So you heard that, food delivery. That, in my opinion, covers Uber Eats. If you were a rideshare driver and you're delivering food during the pandemic, I think you qualify. All right, so now my food handlers or food distributors, here you go. This next section is you. Food production work, physical interaction with food products, including agricultural work, farming, fishing, processing, packaging, baking, butchering, food production work such as services, handling, planting, packaging, freezing, grading, or delivery for storage. Interesting. All right, so transportation. So now this one I'm going to read to you, but I'm not going to go into the minutia of it because I think there's a minutia of it. So that's the caveat. Transportation work, including any public transportation. So if you are a bus driver for your city, absolutely covered. Private transportation provided by air, rail, bus, taxi cab, personal car, truck, non-motorized. Well, sounds like Uber and Lyft to me. Sounds like Uber and Lyft to me. If you worked during the pandemic, January till the pandemic's over, $10,000? Boy. Any private transportation of goods in bulk. So I had a lot of my distributors. This is you, heavy truck or trail. Rail or light truck. So I have my truckers. Yes, absolutely, you're covered. delivery of packages of goods, my truckers again. Private transportation, including a personal car, truck, or non-motorized vehicle, Uber and Lyft. Any service production retail. Any services of transportation of persons or property by aircraft. Do I have any pilots that are watching? I don't know if I do yet. If you're a pilot, shout me out in the comments below. Any services of mechanic. Okay, so here are my mechanics. Aircraft mechanics or aircraft repair or aircraft handling. Everything aircraft. Maritime. Okay, so my maritime people. Do I have any? Do I have any shippers here? Do I have any below deck staff members? Longshore members, harbor workers, shipbuilders and ship repairers. Wow. Maritime workers, including building services, barge workers, maritime dispatchers, repairing ships. Okay, so let's get back to some warehouse people. I have a lot of warehouse people in the comments. So here comes you. Work physically performed in a warehouse or other facility in a warehouse, including packaging, storing, and shipping. So all my warehouse people, you're absolutely covered. You're absolutely covered. Storage and distribution. Okay, call center. I have a couple call center viewers. I know I do. So call center viewers are you are covered if it's regarding shipping and delivery. If you're doing call center for shipping and delivery, you're covered. Cleaners. Oh boy, I know I have some cleaning crew viewers as well. So cleaning work and building maintenance work performed on the grounds of a facility, including janitorial and security systems, repairs, and maintenance services. All right, so I know I have a lot of questions about construction. That is not construction. It's repairs and basically property management, cleaning of work and building work for grounds of a facility. This is like a cleaning crew. So if you own a property, cleaning your own property doesn't qualify. All right, transportation, commercial solid waste. Yeah, if you're a garbage collector, private or public, you absolutely are covered. That's you. Gathering, work in gathering and processing and dissemination of news and information services to the public in the interest of public through mass media, including television, newspaper, radios. Through mass media, including television, radio, and newspapers, that is covered. Any work performed by an employee of a state or tribe, that's covered. Educational work. School nutrition or other work required for school facility. Wow. All my teachers are covered. That's incredible. Laundry work, elections work, if you worked at a polling place, hazardous waste materials, disinfection work, working in clinical research and development, working in a mortuary. Do I have any morticians? Am I dying on you in this video? Funeral services, burial, cremation, you are absolutely essential. Work in physical interaction with patients and physical therapy. Dentists, my dentists are covered. U.S. Postal Service, I answer that in the comments. Yes, UPS, you are 100% covered. Working at a hotel and commercial lodging facility that are used for COVID-19 containment measures. So that would be only if your hotel was used for COVID patients. A normal hotel, not covered. So there you go. Who is not covered? It did not include professional services. Who is not covered? It did not include construction. Who is not covered? It did not include plumbing and electricians. Now, there was that section about general repairs and maintenance. That is really the hardest one to interpret as I sit here right now. It generally talked about maintenance and cleaning of a facility. Maintenance and cleaning, talked about janitorial services, cleaning, janitorial, I'm messing up that word. And then it talked about maintenance or general repairs, which is, it is what it is. But building a new house, no. Going and building a new wing on a house, no. If you're a contractor and you are doing, general repairs, general repairs to a facility during the pandemic? Yes, it looks like it. If you're a plumber, electrician, yes. But wow, a lot of fascinating details. A lot were included in there that I didn't think were included in there, and some were not included in there that I thought really were. So if I dropped in the comments to you that I thought you were included and you hear it now, I'm sorry. That is the details. Ultimately, this is a bill. It could get changed. It could get rewritten. It could get expanded. If you have questions in today's video, drop them in the comments below. If you heard a category and you're wondering about that category, you could always play the back button. Also, there's that CC under every video, the letter C and then the letter C. You might want to touch that for this video to see the transcript that'll appear below me talking. It'll see the words. So if you actually want to hear me say the words of the categories, I probably should have led with that, then you can see it even clearer. As always, save LA for more.